What if you could see exactly where every dollar in your business went in 60 minutes without knowing a single thing about accounting? I built something that does exactly that, and I want to tell you why. Not because it was trendy, not because someone told me to, because for years I kept watching small business owners struggle with something that didn't have to be this hard. And I finally did something about it. For as long as I can remember, I've had a deep desire to help small business owners get control of their numbers. And for decades, the accounting industry has made it unnecessarily hard for them to understand something as fundamental as, is my business actually making money? The tools exist, the software exists, but they're all built in accounting language, not business owner language. And there's a real difference between those two things. An accountant thinks in debits and credits and chart of accounts. A business owner thinks in what came in and what went out, and am I okay? Nobody was building a bridge between those two worlds. So after I sold my brick and mortar business, I decided to build one myself. I designed this specifically for service-based business owners like coaches, consultants, virtual assistants, therapists, dietitians, social media managers, and personal trainers. The people who are brilliant at what they do and just need their numbers to make sense. Here's the pattern I kept seeing. A business owner wants to understand their finances. They download a free trial of bookkeeping software. They open it, see debits and credits and a chart of accounts, and shut the laptop, feeling like they're just not smart enough to figure it out. Then they try again a few months later. Different tool, same result. More confusion, more frustration, and more proof of a story that was never true to begin with, that they're just not a numbers person. But that has never been the real problem. The real problem is that every tool they tried was speaking the wrong language. And I knew if I could solve the language problem, if I could translate the numbers into something a business owner could actually understand, everything else would follow. Relief, curiosity, confidence, control. So let me tell you what I built. It's called the 60-Minute Business Snapshot. As a business owner, I was always looking for shortcuts, approaches that give real results without taking a lot of time, because time is the one thing none of us have enough of. So I designed this with a very specific promise: 60 minutes or less, and you'll have a clear picture of what happened in your business over the last 30 days. And honestly, it's possible to finish faster than that because the app does the heavy lifting. You upload your bank or credit card statement from last month. The app reads it and suggests a category for each transaction. And not just any set of categories, ones you'll recognize from your tax return. Let me explain. Every business needs a way to organize their numbers into buckets, containers for like things. Normally, setting that up requires creating something called a chart of accounts. If you've ever tried to do that, you know it can stop you in your tracks before you even get started. So instead of making you create something from scratch, the app uses the same categories your tax pro already uses. Once the app gives you your list of transactions and suggested categories, you can adjust anything that doesn't look right or remove anything that's personal expense instead of a business one. You end up with a clear, organized picture of where your money went last month. Not a final tax document, a clean starting point that puts you miles ahead of where you were. And here's the bonus. If you give these numbers to your tax pro at the end of the year, they're already organized in language they know and recognize. That saves them time. And when your tax pro saves time, you save money. No accounting degree required, no manual data entry, no spreadsheet formulas. And here's one more thing I'm really excited about. I included 3 AI prompts that do something that genuinely wasn't possible before. They help you interpret your own data so you can hear what your numbers are trying to tell you. One of them is specifically designed to help you identify every subscription charge in your statements. Remember how it used to be just gym memberships? Now it feels like everything requires a monthly subscription, and they add up quietly. Most business owners have no idea how much is going out the door on autopilot every single month. This prompt surfaces every subscription charge on your uploaded statements and helps you decide consciously, not accidentally, whether each one is still worth it. That's one prompt, and there are two more. And if you use the app every month, by year end, that overwhelming stack of statements is replaced by a full year of organized numbers. Your tax pro will thank you. Your wallet will too. When I imagine someone finishing their first snapshot, I have a very specific picture in my head. I don't want them to feel proud of completing something hard. I want them to feel relief. Relief that they understand their numbers, maybe for the first time. And then, right behind the relief, curiosity. What else can my numbers tell me? Because that's the shift that changes everything. Going from dreading your finances to being genuinely curious about them. The snapshot is a moment in time, not the full story, but a picture can be worth 1,000 words. And for a service-based business owner who has never clearly seen their own numbers before, that first picture can be everything. The 60-minute business snapshot is live right now. The link is in the description. I built this for the service-based business owner who has tried before and has been let down, who stared at software that made no sense and quietly decided that they must be the problem. You are not the problem. You just never had the right tool in the right language, built for the way your brain actually works. This is that tool. Be the first one to try it. I'd love to hear what you find. And if you're not quite sure where you stand yet, take the free Who's in the Cockpit quiz first. It's also in the description. 4 questions, 60 seconds. It'll point you in the right direction. And if you know a service-based business owner who needs to hear this, share this video with them. In the meantime, be sure to shield your profits, and I'll see you next Monday.